Hello, it's John, Shopkeep Arty. I'm with Barry Herniman. He's joining me now. Hello, Barry. How are you?
Hi there, John. Yes, I'm fine. Thanks. Long time no see.
I know, I know.
I've
Um,
last one today. So I can.
you can just about see me. Woo!
Yeah.
So the reason for this video, this short video, is we are going to be hosting an art series with Barry in April of 2023, and it's going to be four classes, 1 hour length classes, where we're going to be exploring color and different types of color in each class. So there's a theme running through it, but we thought Barry was really well suited with all his expertise of color mixing and all that kind of thing to help us understand mixing colors and vibrancy and loads of different things, which we'll talk about in a minute. And we'll go through each one of the classes, and you can build on that throughout the month and create four amazing paintings, hopefully. So Barry, this sounds really fantastic. The first one that we're doing, which is starting on Thursday, the 6th of April, is transparent colours. And you're going to be exploring autumnal colours. Maybe a little bit more about that particular class.
Yes, it's fall colours. Call it fall because it's very much an American scene. It's the aspens in full autumnal bloom, and we're going to be using pure transparent colours straight out of the pan, straight onto the paper. So we're going to have pure yellows, pure reds, pure golds, or the whole thing to get it really, really buzzing. So many times people over mix their colours and they go, they start off looking good and they add a bit more, add a bit more, and then before you know where you are, here we go, there you go. So look at it, look, pure colour. Give it some welly. That's one of my technical terms.
Yeah, so we're going to be doing this fall foliage that glows and really sort of exploring all that and putting all the paints to paper. The following week, we're doing colour mixing colours, and we're going to be focused on more an ocean scene, crashing waves. What are you going to be experimenting with there?
It's not just mixing colours, but mixing dark colours. And if you look at the picture you've got there, I want your darks to be luminous. I want them to glow. If you look, the colours are mixing and merging on the paper. And what we're going to be doing, we're going to do it in a two-prong attack. Okay, we're going to go in with what I would call my underwash, or let that dry, and then we're going to come in and then we're going to let pure colour drop on top of that underwash to give it that extra glow. And that's hopefully what we're going to be aiming for on that one.
Brilliant. The following week, we are then going to be dealing with contrasting colours, and the contrast is going to be a scene with a bridge and a building, and this looks an interesting scene. What are you going to be exploring and talking us through there, Barry?
What I want to concentrate on here is counterchange, lights against dark, darks against light. If you'll notice, we've got a very light grey bridge that's catching the sunlight, and there's some beautiful shadows against it. And look how the shadows at the top of the bridge are contrasting against the white of the house. Look how you've got this lovely edge on the top of the bridge. Again, you've got some of the dark foliage underneath the arch of the bridge. Look at those lovely darks there. So we're going to be concentrating on the counterchange upon the lights and the darks. But of course, we're going to chuck in some lovely bright colour as well to have a bit of fun. So, but we're not going to follow the colours per se. We're looking at lights against dark, and just to see how, the shadows and everything else bringeth life to the painting.
Brilliant. No, sounds fantastic. And finally, the last in the series, on the 27th of April, on Thursday again, we're going to be exploring night colours. And this one, all the previous three classes, Barry will talk through a sketch. But for this one, as I understand it, Barry, we're taking a scene of London, St. Paul's in London, and we're not going to be sketching anything. Which, if you showed me all the paintings and said, right, there's going to be one, that'll probably be the last one that I pick as being the one that you didn't sketch out, because it's quite architectural in form. But you're literally just going to be putting paint to paper without the sketch.
Absolutely, and that bit you were saying just there, having to draw it. Once it becomes an architectural rendition, it scares a lot of people off. I've had people, I don't like sketching it. So really what we're going to do is we're going to go in with pure paint, and we're going to just go straight in with the paint. No preliminary drawing at all, okay? But we're going to have a lot of fun. We're going to go in, we're going to get the dome in one other colour, and then we're going to go down and we're going to get the pillars and everything else. Then we're going to put the dark background in, and it's all going to be done with paint, and it's all going to be straight in with the paint, no preliminary stuff. So at the end of the day, we are literally talking about a painting rather than an architectural rendition, which I think is going to be rather exciting.
Yeah. Now, obviously, the reference painting you've got does have a bit of a sketch, I think, doesn't it?
Yes, that was one I did for another class, and I just sort of obviously drew it up. But what we're going to do is nothing like that, really. We're going to produce a very, very quick painting of St. Paul's without any preliminary stuff at all, and you'll be surprised at what you can actually do. You know, can I? Yeah. Let me just show you this. Here's one I did earlier. Okay, and there. So it just shows you what you can do without any preliminary drawing at all. There we are.
Right. So that doesn't have a sketch at all behind it.
No.
Wow.
So it does work. And I mean, I did this because I am a drawer. I am an illustrator. I used to be an illustrator. So everything is, I've got to draw this, got to get it all right. So I thought, right, I'm going to get out of my comfort zone. And during the good old COVID, I thought, well, let's have a go at, because I know a couple of my students have said to me, have you ever gone straight in with the paint? And I thought, well, no, not really. So I thought, right, here we go. Get your paintbrush, in you go. And you've really got to look. You've got to look at where the lights are, where the darks are, because if you make a bit of a bloob out of it, there's no way out of it, you know.
Yeah, yeah. Can we have another look at the train one that you just showed us? And would you mind just holding it up close? We can see an area where it's just, because, I mean, the proportions are done so well, which I would have imagined would be so difficult to do without a sketch.
But the thing is, what we're looking at here, lights against darks. Look, there's a lovely light bit there. That's the light. So I go in, boom, like we're going to do with look, that light bit there. Look at the lights bits going, you know, the light bit. So really, if you think about it, it's more lights against darks and everything else, and shapes, right? And this is what we're going to do with St. Paul's. We're going to look at shapes rather than saying, oh, that's St. Paul's. Hey, there's a dome. There's some straights. There's some horizontals. Do you know what I mean? So we're not looking at it as an architectural rendition. We're looking at it as a painting. Okay.
And so I guess the thing to bear in mind for those watching this video is that obviously Barry's produced these reference paintings, but they're not actually what we're going, they're just a guide for the starting point for what we're actually going to be doing in that class. It's not going to look really much like we're just going to use it as a starting point. So I think that's really a key thing to mention. I think it'll take a few people out of their comfort zone. I think that'll be, I think it'll be a really good project. And I really can't wait for this series. And if you want to just pick one class and do that, you can. The link is in the description below, so you can find out more about the series. But if you decide to take on all the classes, you get a 25% discount. So you get 3 for the price of 4. So it's really nice. And the prices include the video as well. So you can always come back, rewatch it time and time again and recap on everything. So it's a really nice resource, and you can access it then via our video library on our website. Barry, thank you so much for joining me today. Thank you for giving us a little bit of a teaser. My appetite is suitably wet, and I can't wait for April to come around and for us to start this. It's going to be brilliant. It's going to be super fun.
Pleasure. Okay, John.
Take care. Bye.
Bye now.